Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Just going to do a review here today. I want to take a look. It's the first time I've been out at this field for about 4 or 5 weeks. Right before Christmas is the last time I was even out flying. It's been really cold here in Detroit, but today I want to do a quick review. Compliments of Gearbest. Annie from Gearbest sent these over. This is first one's going to be this DM95 VISITOR quad. At least that's the name of the quad. I think it's a generic branded name because if you look here, by the way, it's foldable, as you can see here. It's supposed to be video and photo, but kind of that Mavic looking style. You know, nothing special. It's supposed to be a beginner quad. It has no branding really on the transmitter here. You can see I've labeled the functions and etc. And I'll be running it through an old iPhone. There are some the video and photo grab is all done via the phone, so I'm going to use that. Yesterday I was unable to get this to work, but I found the name of the actual app I had to bring in. This is the manual that comes with it. There's no real description of the actual the make of this product, so it's obviously generic and rebranded. As you see here on the actual quad, it's called Tomato. Don't know what that means, and there's nothing on the transmitter. Pretty basic, but it's got rates and 3D flips, obviously, and each of the trim buttons do something else. So we'll go ahead and do a review of that as we're flying it. But seems to have, you know, altitude hold and return to home, etc., etc. So we'll give it a try. Looks like a nice little quad, foldable, very lightweight, and uses a little proprietary battery that's stuck in the bottom here. So I only have one battery. Comes with a charger. And then it's got a little tiltable camera here on the front, so you can adjust that. And we'll cut back to it, and we'll be flying. We'll see what it does and see how well it flies, and see if it's of value. Again, I'll put the link in the description. But this is a Gearbest product, and I think at the time of this filming it was about $42, and that is a 3 megapixel camera on the front. So anyway, we'll cut back to it and we'll do some line of sight flying. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hey guys, we've got everything set up. I wanted to show everyone what the camera looks like. You can see that I've got it set over there on a launching pad, and then this is the app that is running. Gives you some of the options you can activate during flight. We can run video and capture pictures, etc., etc. So, and I think you have the ability to also use the cell phone to actually fly the quad. So anyway, we'll go ahead and just give it a line of sight here, and then for beginners, obviously read through the manual and know exactly what you're doing before you start flying. They're not going to be high speed, they're not very heavy, but they can still be dangerous. So make sure you heed all the warnings and fly in a safe open area like this with no people around, and you know, get skilled at learning how to control the quad before you do anything around other people. So anyway, we'll fly here in a second, and we'll see how she does. All right folks, we got the GoPro on the head here, and we're going to go ahead and start recording video. We can see it there, and then we'll go ahead and record the flight. So here we go. So that's hands off the controller. It holds altitude, so once you get it in position, it'll stay there. It's giving me flashing lights, which is really strange. So I'm kind of wondering if if the charger that comes with this is actually charging that battery. So we might be in trouble. We have to find some way else to get that battery charged, because that is supposed to be a freshly charged battery. Anyway, as you can see, it's very stable. We're pretty calm right now, so we're not getting blown around by anything, but we've got different rates. This is now the second rate. We're going to go full tilt, so it definitely has more speed capability. I go left and right, you can see. I'm going to go to the high rate. This is high rate now, so it's got a little bit more, the ability to be a little more speed, a little more angle. Alright, very nice. And you can see on the camera there, or on the iPhone, that it's taking a nice video. It's got a little bit of a lag, but you're able to actually fly. You're definitely not going to be getting like real-time high-speed FPV, but it's nice to at least see what your camera's taking video of. All right, let's see if we can. Let's bring that back this way. And I don't know what some of these do, so I guess we're going to find out if any of these functions actually work. I don't know, I think this is a headless mode. Let's see if I can figure that out. All right. Go back to beginner's mode since I'm trying to try some things here. So we're going to see if this does any type of return to home. So we're trying to return, and that's not sending it home, so I don't know what that means. I don't know how that function works. It just flew it away. So not correct. All right, let's try headless mode. So this is supposed to be headless mode, so it's supposed to fly in any direction I'm turning it, but that too does not seem to work very well. So we are going to leave that off, I think. Alright, so that doesn't seem to work very well either. Now, it may all happen to be because it has a very low battery. Don't know that answer, but taking some snapshots. We'll see how all those work, and I'll try and put the, if I can get the videos off of this phone, I'll put it at the end of the video so you can kind of see what kind of footage is coming through. So as far as the functions go, obviously it's going to take a little more playing around, but it does not seem to return to home or headless right now. Doesn't mean it doesn't work. It just means that it's very possible. It's very possible that the low battery doesn't allow that function to work safely. So anyway, we gave it a try. But as you can see, it's flying very well. Even on the so-called low battery, it definitely is still flying quite a bit. I'm going to do some back trim here because it does seem to be drifting. So we'll see if we can get this thing tuned in. But it does have some trim buttons. Under the right stick, there's trim forward, back, left, and right. And those are the two that you use. And then the trim buttons around the throttle stick are used for video and return to home and headless. So they've used the trim levers to create those functions. So there we go. So now it's nice and stable. It's actually quite a nice little quad. Flies very, very well. And as you can see, it's got some lights on it. So it'd be cool when it's getting towards evening. Be able to see it quite well as it's starting to get dark out. But anyway, again, thanks to Annie from Gearbest for sending this over. Greatly appreciated. It's a nice little quad. I'm actually going to pass this along to a friend with some young children and let him teach them how to fly safely and enjoy this little quad and take some videos and whatnot. They'll enjoy that. And I'll also ask him to possibly, with his cell phone, do their own little video review and put that up on YouTube. So we'll make sure Annie has some input from myself and from them. Anyway, we're going to bring that in for a landing right now. I think that battery is more than dead. So it'll hold altitude, so when you stop, wherever you stop at, it holds altitude, and then you lower the stick to bring it back down. That's kind of cool because it does have a pretty good altitude hold. Then you hold the stick down once you land, and that cuts the throttle. Very nice. So again, folks, I'll turn off the video. So again, DM95 Visitor from Gearbest, and I'll have the link in the description. Like I said, 3 megapixel camera, and it's at about $42 right now, delivered from Gearbest. So very nice little beginner quad. I think it'll be a nice gift to pass along, and will be great for beginners to try and learn. But anyway, everyone, thanks a lot for watching, and thanks again to Gearbest.